Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day. Today, I got kind of a good video planned out, a good story that came up today, too, that I'm going to talk a little bit about. Really how to find some amazing deals on gold and silver, because I had hit an amazing one today. And I'm actually going to show the video of it probably tomorrow or the next day in the early morning. It's not my typical video for a morning video, but it is pretty cool. I'll tell you guys the quick short story of it, and then you guys can kind of see. Somebody was selling a ring, and well, actually, before I get over there, let me start off actually a little differently. Today, we're going to actually be talking about good deals, what kind of silver to look for, what kind of silver to not look for, in my opinion. Obviously, I know some people are going to like some of the types of silver I'm going to talk about, whether that be vintage silver, American Silver Eagles, high premium collectible stuff. And some people are not into that. And if you're not into that, then that's cool. But you should really know the different stuff that's out there and how you might get the most money back for it, depending on what happens in the near future or in the future down the road when you're ready to sell. And a little bit about how you can find some really good deals, because I've always been saying yard sales and flea markets and miscellaneous stuff. Some people say you're never going to find anything good at that. That is totally outlandish, because I find stuff all the time. If you guys enjoyed the video, please help me out by hitting a thumbs up for me. Leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts, as always. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. So back to that story real quick, because I was super excited about it. So today somebody was selling a ring, and it was just a 10K ring. For those of you that don't know, 10K is the absolute worst gold that you can get pretty much in the United States. Most of the gold that you see is usually 14 karat. It's rare that you're going to have something 22 karat or 24 karat especially. I actually have a necklace that's 24 karat, but that's pure gold. It gets damaged easy, but it's as pure as it comes. So it's like 999. So with that being said, now the person had this ring, and inside the ring was a coin. And here's the thing. The coin was a 1991 panda, gold panda. Just a 1 gram panda. And it was kind of cool. But the ring was stamped 10K. Now, for those of you that don't know, a panda coin is not 10K. That's 999 gold. And a lot of people don't even know. When I first seen it, I said, man, I don't even know if that's real. Looking at it, we ended up busting out because the whole ring was going to get scrapped out. And it was just going to be scrapped off, sold off for scrap. However, if it was a coin, then I wanted it. I wanted the coin out, and I wanted to get the coin for myself. So that's exactly what we did. We busted the coin out and tested it with a Sigma, tested it with a quick acid test. It was pretty beat up, because anytime you bevel a coin, you can expect that it's damaged. However, it's still an awesome deal if you can pick it up at 10K price, essentially. Now, I personally didn't get it at the 10K price because the deal didn't come to me. It came to a buddy of mine. However, the guy said, if you want the coin, I mean, you can have it at spot price. It's only 1 gram. Well, 1 gram 999 runs about 75 bucks. So I was like, heck yeah, I'll take it for that. And I was going to save it for my personal collection, and then someone offered to trade me an even better deal and my money back. So I got my money back and something free, and I was pretty psyched about that, so I took it. So you can find a lot of good deals out there if you look around. I'm going to show you guys that video of it probably in the next day or two in the morning. It'll probably be most likely tomorrow, because I try to put really my best videos I try to save for the weekend, because those are the days that just do the awesomeness. And it's a short video, really. It's just me showing and explaining a little bit about the process of testing it and checking that stuff out. So jumping back to low premium silver versus high premium silver. So first thing I got to say is I don't have any vintage bars. I had someone recently leave me a comment saying that, you know, he was thinking about buying some vintage bars, and vintage bars are very, very high in spot price. And I'm talking high. You could pay upward of $150 to $200 an ounce. I'm sure there's even vintage bars that go even higher than that. Be very mindful. It's going to be something, in some cases, hard to get your money back. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you might find someone that will pay you for a vintage bar a lot of money. However, the clientele on that stuff is really small. Very few people that I know are prepared to spend $150 to $200 an ounce for a 1 ounce silver bar, even if it's an old silver bar. So they like it when it comes in and it's essentially cheap at spot. In some cases, people do bring it in, get spot price, and move on. However, you got to be mindful of that kind of stuff. I wouldn't want to buy it unless it's close to spot or a little over spot. Now, the question came up tonight, too, about 10-ounce bars and what I thought of them. And I actually have a 10-ounce bar right here. Now, this is a 10-ounce bar. Next to it, I have a 5-ounce bar. And next to it, I just happen to have a 1-ounce bar. Now, the cool thing about 10-ounce bars, the premiums are pretty low on a 10-ounce bar. I've seen 10-ounce bars as low as $1 an ounce over spot. So that'd be a $10 premium. However, as you move up to 5-ounce bars, you might pay $2 an ounce over spot. Now, it's only 5 ounces. The thing is, now you're still looking at $10. And then as you come over to like 1-ounce bars, a lot of times, in most cases, most 1-ounce stuff that you're going to find on average is going to be at least $3 over spot. Now, the problem, some people might say, well, it's only $3. It's not that big of a deal. And you're only getting 1 ounce. I mean, a lot of people will say the 5-ounce bars are the sweet spot. Personally, I think 10-ounce bars are great, but I always usually buy 1-ounce silver rounds, as you can see in the background. However, I do have a bunch of all three of these. Well, no, I'm sorry. I have a bunch of this type right here. I don't really have many 5-ounce bars, only because you don't quite see them as often. Now, obviously, 10-ounce bars, where it has the lowest premium out of everything, when silver prices go up, they're popular. The only problem I see with 10-ounce bars and larger bars like kilos or 100-ounce bars is when you go to sell it, you're probably realistically on almost any silver, in my personal opinion, you're usually going to get spot price. Now, someone will come out and say in the comments that they went to a pawn shop and the pawn shop didn't even offer them spot. I had a story come up probably a couple weeks ago where someone out towards Vegas was trying to sell a lot of silver, and he needed to come up with a bunch of money fast, and he knew that silver was going to be the easiest way to get it. That being also that spot price was kind of high, and so he was hoping to use some of that silver and unload it and get a pretty good amount of money. However, they told him like $4 back. Now, at first, I thought that was pretty insane. He told me that they were offering further back than spot, and I ended up picking up the phone. I called multiple places in Las Vegas thinking he's probably mistaken or something else happened or there's something more to it. And I called up multiple places and said I had 500 ounces and what could I get for him? And pretty much everybody was $4 back, which blew my mind. I had made a comment about, oh, that's what, like 3, maybe 4, and they wouldn't say the exact amount. They're like, we don't deal in. Nobody ever wants to tell you an exact dollar amount, usually over the phone. They want you to bring it in, because once you've made the effort to bring it in, you're one step closer to giving it to them. That's why whenever you call places, they oh, well, if you want, we can bring it in, take a look at it, and we'll look at it for nothing. And because you've already brought it in, you've already taken the first step to getting rid of it. Most of the time, an experienced negotiator can usually get you to make a deal in person, where it's a little harder to do over the phone. So that's one of their little tactics, in my opinion. So 10-ounce bars are good, but all three of these, really, when you go to sell them, you're probably going to get, in my opinion, I won't take anything less than spot. Spot is my magic number that I look for. Now, obviously, that could change that scenario. If when silver shoots up to $100 and someone says, oh, the best I can give you is 95 or something like that, well, maybe at that point, I'll be willing to take under spot. But at today's prices, I have a belief that silver is already undervalued. And so for that reason, I'm not taking anything under spot on my silver. It doesn't matter how much money I need. I will figure it out. I'll go pick up cans in the street and scrap them before I end up taking less than spot. Now, moving on real quick is the 1 ounce round. I had mentioned this earlier. I really like 1 ounce rounds. I like them because you can put them in tubes. They're easy to stack. It's a little harder to find tubes for 1 ounce bars. However, they do exist out there. A lot of times, in most cases, the spot price on the 2 is going to be the same. The premiums on the 2 are going to be the same, and therefore I just happen to choose the rounds over the bars. There's nothing wrong if you like the bars. I do have some really cool bars that I like. Let's see if I got one right here. Well, you never have one when you need one, right? Nope, I don't have. Oh yeah, I do right here. Okay. Nope, I don't. Hold on, I'm looking. Oh, I guess I don't. Darn it. These are some of the fancy ones. I got like 10 or 20 of these over and off to the side of the desk. Not really. I'm not personally, though, a big fan of the whole bar thing. And I guess I'm not going to find a flag bar, which was what I was looking for. They look cool. They have the American flag right here instead. And then on the back, it just says, we stand for the flag. But for the most part, you got to remember, you know, what are you stacking for? Are you stacking to collect? If you're stacking to collect, you're going to pay probably a higher premium. And what I mean by collecting is you want cool stuff. Maybe you want American Silver Eagles, which we're going to get to that in a category of its own here in a few minutes. But maybe you're stacking. My son used to like the Avengers, all the different superheroes and some really cool stuff. However, that silver, even back when spot price was like 20 bucks, they usually wanted $35 for it. Now, fast forward to today, if he goes and sells a Iron Man round or a Darth Vader round, I apologize, I keep coughing, so I keep having to pause the video. I don't know what it is. It's almost like some weird can't shake. I'm not going to believe in the whole cough thing. I could have it, but I don't really believe in all that. So I believe people just get sick once in a while. Needless to say, and I probably shouldn't have said that because someone out there might totally disagree with what I just said. Do I think it exists? Yeah. Do I think it's this extreme? I'm personally not super worried about it. I hate to say that, even though, yeah, I have a cough right now. But we also had a lot of dust blowing up from down south with the fires down in Mexico, although they are starting to dwindle out now. Back to where I was, though, you know, even today, if he goes and sells that, he's going to be lucky to get spot or a little bit over spot. That's a common theme. Not many coins get you much over spot, which brings us to American Silver Eagles. And American Silver Eagles right now, I've seen them as high as $8 over spot, $10 over spot. Let me know what you guys see over spot. I actually seen some today at 45 bucks a piece. I would not pay some high dollar on an American Silver Eagle, because at the end of the day, you've got to get your money. You've got to be prepared to get your money back. Silver has to go all the way to 45 before you even potentially can break even on an American Silver Eagle. Even though in most cases, a lot of places are willing to give you a little over spot, maybe $2. I would not pay more than $3 over spot for an Eagle. You guys know that. I do pick them up when I can pick them up from people that are selling them. I do pick them up when they're on sale. And I've got a bunch that I'm fixing to try to fill a box actually up. I have no idea how many I have. I've just been, you know, picking them up like this here and there whenever I can get a deal on them. I throw it in the corner or in a box somewhere, and then eventually I'll put them all together. But now that someone gave me a green box, I say I want to try to do that in a video and see what I've got. Maybe separate some of the really cool ones, because some of them have like the rainbow wrapping around it, not painted on or something. It's the natural on just some of the old ones, the way people took care of them, or lack of, they tarnished in just the right way. I know I didn't like them at first because I felt like they were dirty, but then when people seen them and fell in love with them, I had so many offers to get rid of them that I just, you know, put them up for the time being. But now I'm like, you know, hey, if everybody is jumping for American Silver Eagles, maybe I'd be wise to try to cash some of that stuff in. So who knows? So when it comes to even American Silver Eagles, I'm after ounces. Why are you stacking is really important for you to know. Are you stacking because you like the looks of stuff? If that's the case, you're probably going to pay higher premiums. If you're stacking smart, getting ready for a silver to just explode in price, then any of these selections right here are going to be great. If you're stacking, though, for the potential to barter in the streets with inflation, dollar collapse, all that stuff, well, I'd want to keep stuff small. And I would actually even want to consider doing some of this. Because when you get some of this, this is really easy. People recognize this stuff. And because they recognize it as silver, they know it's silver. I prefer, even though there is one Roosevelt in here, the rest of them are Mercs, I prefer Mercs. And the reason I like Mercs is because they have a little bit of a historical value. So people see it and they don't quite know. They're like, is that a real coin? And, you know, they start looking at it and they're like, oh my word, it has the same back almost. You know, and there's questions that come up, but it's pretty cool. I'm actually wanting to get the pages to my Danco book that someone gave me, and I'm hoping I'm going to find some somewhere and just fill the book, because these ain't the only 4 rolls I got. So with that being said, I think that kind of sums up the different types of silver. Obviously, you get into 40%. It's a cheap coin. 35% nickels, 40% half dollars. It's a cheap coin. I think it will come in great if we ever had to barter. It doesn't hold a lot of value. Another thing, obviously, with the 10-ounce bars, if silver does go crazy, can you imagine silver at $100 and you're trying to sell this for $1,000? Some people don't have $1,000. That's why they're buying silver and not gold. If they've got a lot of money, they're usually shifting it to gold coins, which is really a video for a whole nother day. What's better, gold or silver? But in short, I mean, I like silver. I think it has the most upside potential, most profit potential. It just does tend to have big jumps. That means huge profits. But unfortunately, it has huge pullbacks too. When the markets turn, silver can turn quick, as we've seen it go from $50 all the way down to 39, 40, and slowly fizzle back down. That was the all-time high, though, in 2011. So I still think silver is an amazing investment, and that's why I kind of keep stacking it. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. Help me out. It really does help out the algorithm if you hit the thumbs up. I've been following what thumbs up do to help more people. Every thumbs up I get, they will show this video to a bunch more people, and then hopefully those people are not subscribed, and then they will subscribe to the channel. So it really helps me out. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you're not subscribed, do the ultimate thing and help me out by hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. I hope you have a great day, my friends, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.